Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andreas Killinger. I'm here at SEEBURGER, product manager or responsible for global e-invoicing, and in addition for SAP products. Yeah, and today it's we have more than one tools at SEEBURGER. Today is the SEEBURGER Console for the transparency in an S4HANA system. But please forget this part of the S4HANA system. It is also possible to use this solution in a older version of the SAP system. So please don't get out of the session here. You can use it for sure in your SAP system as well. Yeah, before we start, some points here in the agenda. I will say a little bit about the solution SAP, what we still have apart from the console, and then we go to the console, some slides in order to get the introduction, and then we go to a live demo. The live demo is running on an IDOcs system. What means the data are fake. It's a pattern, and it's no original data. It's no production system. And please understand that we cannot use production data in this case. SEEBURGER Solutions in SAP, we have around about 10 solutions, but we have to be careful to use it everywhere. The console is it's runnable in the entire world in this case, but some other tools that you can see here, it's actually just for the DACH region, what is Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. There is an exception. If the SAP system runs in the DACH region, then we can also use, sell other tools here by SEEBURGER. But today it's part number 2, console. And let us continue with some features. What does it mean? What the console is able to do? Yeah, let's start with the SEEBURGER Console full real-time monitoring and controls for iDocs. It is a tool 100% for use the iDocs in SAP, and you know there are lots of normally. If you are not using iDocs, then the session maybe it's not usable for you. Because it's just explaining anything with iDocs. What is the use case for some customers of us, or most of the customers in the past, or we used the tool and it was important for them? Is this a full real-time monitoring of all iDocs? Forget the invoices, not only invoice, for all iDocs with detailed status message. Why it's written there invoice? Because we use it quite often with my second job here with globally invoicing, because we use it for some countries like Italy, Hungary, France, everywhere, especially just for invoice because of the positive or negative status response. That's why it's invoice here written. But doesn't matter. It's usable for all iDocs types, orders response, and what you maybe use. And the good thing here on the console it's married with our SEEBURGER BIS. So this console is able to look or to check what is the BIS actually doing. So what means in the inbound and outbound process. Outbound process, anything left SAP, but you are not sure, did it ever arrive in the final recipients? Did you get an end-to-end response or not? You don't know it by SAP standard. And in combination, the SEEBURGER Console with our BIS, you will actually get a status return. Yeah, is it 16 like approved, or is it 17 like not approved? We will see it later, an example for invoices for sure. Full-time, real-time monitoring also for the inbound process. If the BIS has a big problem to send anything from BIS to SAP, then the console would get the information and would let you know, hey BIS, there is a problem, a mapping problem or a map table problem, and then you get the information. Information will be an email. This is actually the second part here with the clock, status, paid, auto alerting in case of errors and rejection. If anything happen, what you think it's important for you to get the information via email, for example, or with an email, then you can adjust this. And this is actually the part of the session today, because we have a brand new, we name it target monitoring. In this case, what is a status-based auto alerting? We will see it later by the end of the session. So what means, is there anything happened in SAP or on the BIS side, then you can adjust with the standard customizing in SAP. You can adjust yeah, a rule in this case, and then you get the information with an email. In the email later is a shortcut straight to this error, for example, and then you can repair it, for example. We will see it but later. So anything what is broken, maybe you would like to repair it. Yeah, maybe anything gets wrong, leading zero or wrong partner number or wrong, I don't know, material number, you can repair this. You have 3 different kinds of repairing station. One is an automatically process. The next one, it's a with visualization of an PDF, and the third one is with kind of leading correction. What is batch input behind? Maybe some yeah, participants of you know what is batch input. This is a procedure from the past, and everything what will be adjusted will be, yeah, automatic logged in an audit file. So what is how to explain what is the console actually doing? We have on the left side, we have 1,800 SAP iDoc types, orders, invoice, MATMAS, whatever you know it. In SAP, we don't have any SAP monitoring apart from the WE transaction or BD87. You know this, it's not really comfortable. Maybe you have in your, well, because of this, because of a proper tool in SAP, you have maybe special customer-specific partition solution. You wrote your own coding function modules. You can use it in the console. That means you can implement it in the console, no problem. And also, you don't have a central alerting in SAP. You can. This is what we have in the console. The risk, I don't know what branch you are. You see it in the middle. Maybe you have. It's up to you. I'm not going to read it down. You know your risk better than me. And in order to find a solution, we have the SEEBURGER Console. We have the full contact to the BIS in this case, and we have alerting monitor. Everything is included in the SEEBURGER Console. But this is not the only one what the SEEBURGER Console is able to do. Do you know? Maybe a little bit from the Old Testament. We. There was a decision to make different kind of languages because this tower went to up, and then there was a decision that each country get a different kind of language. This is the same in SAP. We have 2 worlds. We have the business department with proper field values like company code or like payment term or material number. But this is not written in iDoc. In iDoc is written, BURKS or C term for or MATNR, all these short figures. And this is good to understand for the technical part, but not really good for the business department. And we decided with our solution that the SEEBURGER Console can use everybody. The business department, there is a translator in it for proper content, for proper rows and columns and so on. And if there is an SAP basis guy, he can also use this with his typical wording like C term, BURKS, MATNR, and so on. So we were able, with some variants or with some special profiles, we can say, okay, the customer, the business partner, the sub-business user will get a special rule, and the ED administrator or the sub-basis guys will also get a special profile in order to use the console. We can cover both worlds in SAP, because the iDoc, it's from the beginning a technical part, you know that, and the business department cannot really work with this. And in a third case, in combination with our BIS, you can have a look to the BIS as well. This is a big picture how it looks like. The console is installed in the subsystem, and like a normal transport, and then it will be connected to our SEEBURGER BIS. You can use it without BIS as well. Sure, maybe you get iDocs from other SAP systems, no problem. You get it straight, but then you don't have a control, or not an exactly control, and you don't have also no paper, no B2B paper like PDF, like log file, like CXML, or like ED original message. The SAP user or the console, the tool itself can control everything here on both sides. together with end-to-end response. If anything, it's negative. We will see it later how it looks like. It is a S4HANA presentation, so what means for sure we have a Fiori app. What is included? Sorry, this is currently in German written screenshot here. We have it in English for sure as well. Yeah, it's in English available as well, no problem. But this is just a screenshot that you can see. We have a Fiori app available because it is S4HANA. We are almost done. We will go to the next. We have a reference customer here. It's the first one. It's almost 10 years ago that we gave it for testing the company or our customer, Metabo. Metabo produce electrical things. I think everybody of us know what this Metabo is doing. It's not Metabo anymore, it's Hitachi so far I know, since 2 or 3 years. And yeah, but he is a reference customer. When you go to seeburger.com and reference, you will find more, like Lavazza, for example, or Alpha Gamma for companies out of Germany. Yeah, this is just for information if you look for a reference customer. Okay, let's move to the demo landscape. 1 second. I will give you the SFP screenshot here. So I hope everybody can see that. I'm not sure, but I think so. Yeah, I'm logged in English. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm logged in English. Good. I'm not sure. Maybe sometimes I'm German and then I log in German. So we are here. We have one transaction code for all our solutions. You remember the first slide with the color panel, and we have so we have one. So we have one transaction code for all our solution, and you see it here. Yeah, console, target monitoring, delivery node for all our solution. We use one code, and we split it in typewriter. So if you have more than one solution, you have 2 typewriter or 3. Okay, let's go to the selection screen. I know it is for the business department as well, but we have also technical part. And iDoc starts with technical part like basis type, orders, message type, order 05, and yeah, and also for the entire technical part, you can have a selection. What is this? What is technical? Yeah, it is the partner agreement or partner profile, everything that is behind. You can select it here. But we have also special typewriters like invoice, orders, all together. We have around about 15, 16 typewriters, especially with fines declaration, what you can use for orders, for example. And we have up to here, it is coding, it's developed, it's program code. And if it's not enough for you, by the end, you have the option to expand it up to 25 more additional fields. You see ORD ST1, this is order string 1. This goes up to order string 25. It will be activated by you. It will be renamed by you. And then it will be mapped to a special iDoc field. The background to expand the selection screen is, for example, that you use special C fields. Yeah. And what is not standard in a segment, in some countries you need extra fields for invoicing, and the invoice 02 iDoc type doesn't give you by standard all the needed fields or structures or segments in this case. So that means you can expand it, you rename it, and then you can use it for the selection as well. This for order response, it is for Delins, shipment, delivery. Yeah, a lot of this. If you are missing anything, then you can let me know, and then we expand it with our development for 1 typewriter more. We have a really sensible authorization concept behind. So what means you can remove fields, you can do it gray. What means you cannot touch it anymore. For a special user group, that one group is just to allow to select for partner A. The next group is just select partner B. there is a big authorization concept behind. In some countries, it's very very important to have this. Okay, let's go. Let us select some invoice outbound. We will take Fattura PA. This is for Italian invoices. We use it in Italy, the solution quite often. Let me go the selection. And yeah, you can see here on the left side, we have here the technical view for the technical users, what means it goes up for technical thing as much you want, what is important for the ED user, for the SAP basis user. Or you can also see we have the priority control. The priority control is creation by the customer itself. This will be empty when you get a solution, and then you can think about what would you actually do. I need anything for inbound control. I need a control for invoice. I need a control for orders. Yeah, by the way, we cannot, in this short time of this presentation here, I cannot present in 100% here the entire solution. So that means we don't have the time. It will be a quick ride through the tool. If you would like to have a deeper presentation with all functionalities, please contact your sales part or contact me, and then we will have a longer demo, what is at least 1 hour in order to understand everything. Okay, we have the
Andreas,
priority control. Yeah.
Sorry, one quick question in between. Is there an option to make the track ID field of the message tracking visible in here as well?
Yeah, it would be also visible as well. I'm not sure it's here. I don't think so. Because nobody asks normally for that. It will be, you can put it in with the layout control, and then you can put it in. Then you can see the message tracking ID as well. We will see it later here, then we can see the message tracking ID. But it's possible to do it visible.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, priority control. You can yeah, do whatever you want here, and for each line here you can also do an authorization concept behind. Here in the middle, these column, yeah, these column and these column, status subsystem, this is the BIS, and status description, this is the BIS as well. You can see the end-to-end response. We have an outbound invoice, functional acknowledgement positive, it's for sure, it's positive, all is good, you will get the money. This one, it can be negative. Nobody knows what happened after the invoice left SAP. Negative, yeah, it's not really good. It's negative, sure. And dispatch, okay, yeah, it sounds positive, but nobody knows where the invoice is after leaving the BIS. Translation error, is this a mapping error? This name here and these icons is creation by myself. You can change this. You must not overtake this. It's not a problem. So, and now you get the status information. You can see how it looks like. I will mark a negative line here. This is an example for Fattura PA invoices outbound. And you see, for example, here, if there is a response from the receiving, for the invoice recipient, and he said, no, it's not correct, then you get the information back. Sorry, this is Italian language, but this is actually a really good message. Not all countries deliver me like a message like this, but this would be an example. You have maybe other text possibilities or text pattern. I'm not sure, but this would be an example if an invoice was not proper and you will not get the money. For from this partner in this case. So here once again is the mirror of the BIS. Here is the status detail, and this is all behind is technical details again. What is not really interesting for the business user or for the sub business user in this case. So now please check on the iDoc number here. It will move soon to the right side when I do a double click, for example, here. You see it right now. We have the iDoc number here. It's moved on the right side. And now we have the header or the data from the header of an iDoc here on the top. So it's copied. It's always the same one. I told you it's a test system. It's not a production system. And that's all how it looks like. And when we mark one line, this is the header of an iDoc. You know what the header means. This is the header here, everything what is here fine. This is the position line, P001, for example. This you can check here as well. When I go to the classes, then you see the invoice lines for the invoice lines, for example. There are 2 in it. If it's not enough, if you need more information, this is not so many, this is maybe 10 fields. If you need more, you can also expand up to 25 more fields and map it to a position line of an invoice, of an order, whatever you want. Let's go to the next. This is the outbound case. Let's go to the inbound case. It is one more second. So this is the inbound, incoming orders with some arrows. And anybody ask for inbound for the BIS transaction tracking message tracking ID? Sorry, you see I'm not 100% BIS expert. I'm more SAP in this case. I told you we have a BIS inbound control. If anything happened that a message was not able to deliver to SAP, then you get a special iDoc type, you get a special information, you will get it in the console. Let me do a refresh in order to have the data. So then you see here it's the track ID. For example, here we can see it. So then you get information that the BIS has a problem to send an orders from BIS to SAP. And from customer, Edeka, it's a grocery store in Germany. And so this is for sure not a good part for the SAP department, for the final business user for sure. But he get the information that anything stopped on the BIS, and he can take the phone and can call anybody and say, hey, can you maybe please check what happened? And this is for sure. He get the information that anything it's for example, it's wrong. So let's go back to the orders. So what we can do here, we have positive, we have negative things here. Let me go 51 arrow, 51, you can see it. And the message is, Foka.org and Spark and everything doesn't match to the customer for sure. I did the double X in the font. And so what you can do now, it's for sure we have an alerting, you will see it later. I show it as well. You can correct this. You can go to the correction place. So this is the correction place, for example. You have a PDF visualization. If the BIS is connected and the BIS was able to produce a PDF, that's why it needs a little bit longer to get it up. And now you have a link, you can press on this link, and then you go straight to this field, what need to be corrected, what means remove the double X, and you can book it. In the moment when you save it, you get a new iDoc number because the original message will be stored in a new created iDoc number, and you will work with a copy in this case. This is SAP standard, so if it's in Germany, this is not. It is so. You can also copy segments, add segments, delete segments. You can adjust it here, everything what you want. I am not going to book it now. This is just the information. Then the message will be gone. This would be. 1 second, let me do a refresh again. Yeah, but here I have it for the status reporting. Is it here? Yeah, you see it here. For example, I did it some weeks ago. 69. I worked with this iDoc here. I adjusted it from this status to the next status. Then it can be booked or put it back. 69 means that anybody take action by hand and corrected anything. This is the audit control, so that you can see anybody changed the iDoc structure. What you also can do is to import all the B2B documents, what is available. So what means you can say, oh, I would like to see the ED file, I would like to see the log file, the PDF, the CXML, and then it starts automatically. 1 second, it needs a while, the BIS is far away. So then you can import the CXML, you can import the PDF once again, you can import the original message or a log file from the BIS. It's not good for the business department user, but it is for the ED part again. Depend on PDF, it's for the business department as well, for the final users, but this is maybe anything for the ED administrator. Yeah, this is what you can do. It will be automatically, when you booked an order, for example, it will be automatically stored on the, on the transaction code what is behind, ME23N or Miro or Miro, whatever you use in this case, and it will be connect all the documents from the BIS will be archived in the original document. This is what it looks like. You need in SAP to install by SAP standard this button, generic object service, and later with the attachment list you will find all the documents, because the BIS will delete the message, I don't know, after 60 days if you're on managed service, for example, and then you will still have it here, sorry, on SAP. We have some more icons, but here is the time a little bit missing to show you everything. This is why I said we need an extra slot, some minutes more to explain everything. We have a generated tool for PDF, for a print PDF, for example. We have here, it's a reprocess iDoc. This is batch input to correct it. We have, edit is what I showed you. We are able to change the status of all iDocs in, doesn't matter what figure, from 10 to 12, from 51 to 71, whatever. This is a test icon. This will not be visible in the production system. This is delete iDoc status. It's delete iDocs, but it will be just not visible for the console anymore. It's still there. We have also an iDoc correction wizard, what means you can, I told you, you can repair iDocs automatically. Let it be, I should say, it is every day the same error and you are tired to correct this by hand. So what means you can create a rule and then you can book it automatically with a job behind. That's why we need more time to show you everything correctly. This here, it's the jump to the booked document by the end. You can check actually what you booked. You can jump in and maybe you have a correction, would be possible. Let me close this here, sorry. Yeah, we have an email tool behind. We have also like a workflow behind. So what means you can move the iDoc to anybody else and say, please help me, I'm not sure what I do. This is why the time is a little bit short to show everything. We can, for on-premise customer, we can jump straight to the BIS and to the map tables of the BIS and can adjust this. We can restart it. There's a lot of things to do. Here, once again, it's not easy to show up. Yeah, incoming orders automatically corrected. We will be also possible to stop iDoc. So what means if you make the decision, I would like to check, or it doesn't matter, it's ordered, I would like to check an iDoc before it's get booked, then we can stop it. Then it gets status 62 or 64, then you check it, and then you can book it manually by hand with this icon here. What means, yeah, you can stop any iDocs in the inbound way, not in the outbound way, because outbound is doing by the system. Yeah. We have a lot of more things like to-do area. This we have a message tool. This is should I show you an extra session? Yeah, we have a lot of things to also here has some extra icons. But now let me show you the target monitoring, the new one. What is behind? Let's go one more back to for example, was it the arrow from before? Yeah, let's go to this iDoc here. Let's go to the status record information and then keep that here in mind. For example, first parameter and the message number 204. This would be an option. So now I go to the target monitoring of the system. It is, we name it rule solver. Let's get it started. So, and here it's the good thing here. It's we have 3 different kind of possibilities. It is a static target. And static target, for example, is what we will use right now with the wrong partner number with the double X in the front. We have a dynamic target. Dynamic target is a good example that you schedule. You do a scheduler, or you schedule a scheduler where it's checked. So you give your SAP department, for example, 84 hours time to check 51 errors. If it's still 51, then it will be sent a reminder email, for example. And the miss target is then you expect anything to be in your SAP system at 5 p.m., for example, then it's 5:15 p.m., nothing is there, and then it will check, oh, it's 50 minutes over, I will inform the department, what is it? Maybe anything that's happened, I don't know. We don't know that. Sorry, I didn't describe this. Ziel is target. This is the German logon. So what we have, we need for sure the partner name. This is in this case with the XX, it's the APO system. Then we need the condition. It's in Germany, it's this one, general data in this case. And you remember it was 204 and the individual start value, it's XX, for example. You can put some more data in it here. Or you have an AND combination. You can select whatever you want, wherever you want. You would like to have an initial on this. You would like to get the information. You can select it here, put your content in it, and then you will not get all orders with status 51 or all invoices with status 16. Maybe just the important one. It's for you to get information. Yeah, this should be renamed. This is in German. Sorry, I forgot it. Here is the text, what you expect it to get. This is a header text, and this is the mail body here in this case. So that means you can check it for sure. You can jump into the SO10, you can check, okay, this is the text. You can also change it if you want to. The same one for the body. You can have an entire test before you get live, before you transport it. And you see here it's in bracket. We will see it later what the bracket means. So no, this was too fast. Sorry, this was one step too much. So I'm in again. No. So then the user who should be informed, user SEEBURGER and Andreas Killinger. This is my demo user here. I need the information. So we must not go to SE38. We can go straight here to execute an example. You should reset this timestamp because we get it too much. We have a static iDoc. You remember with the XX. We take the example what I showed you before. You see this is 8682. I will send it now. Mail sent to Suite demo user. Let's go to sourced. It is still here because you see it here. It is still here from part 1635. It is still here because it's a test system. I do not activate an email account here on the test system. I have it here now. I move it over here. You see it. Information. You remember at the bracket is this entire part here. So you get 628. This is the iDoc number, status 51, port, everything what is important to know. You could more information in it. And the good thing is it's quite new as well. You have a shortcut link in it. When I press this button, open it. If you're currently not logged on to the system, then it will be then you have to log in. It's flashing, you see it. So here, and it goes straight with this link to the 628 iDoc document. Here's the message again. You can repair it now. If you are not logged in already in SAP, then you have to put user and password in it for sure. I'm still in the system. That's why it needs a little bit longer. The shortcut, it's a long way to get the information here. But this is new. We are almost done. What is also still new, I will show you that. Let me. I have to go in another system. There I have more possibilities here. This is also brand new. This is more for the. Oops, sorry. This is when you work with too many screens here. So this is our SEEBURGER Console reporting cockpit in this case. So you would like to know, there is the selection, I go back immediately, sorry. The selection, what I wanted to know, how long did it need to change an iDoc from status 51 to status 53? Yeah, there are some orders. Here, this will be hours, 51 hours. It is a test system for sure. This one, 483 hours. It's not, what should I say? This is not standard for sure. But here, 51 hours to repair these orders. I can have a double click on this. one more second, it costs a while. It's compiling, it is a development system. Yeah, some things needs time. Yeah, I apologize. The SER system is our development system. We have developer, but it's there. You see, this is the number. It was created on 51 October 12th, and it was repaired on 14. What means it's 48 hours plus 3 hours, 51 hours. This would be, yeah, this can be this matched. This is okay. So how it looks like. Transaction, SEEBURGER, reports, control, runtime, single. So you can do a selection from today, current week, current month, current year, other period. Aggregation is every day, week, month, year. So you can say state from 51 to 53. iDoc direction, iDoc type. This is the reporting part, what you can use here. Yeah, this is also new. It was not there with the old solution. If anybody is in the tool who has already the console, it is not on this release what you have. We got it with the new release in what appeared in March this year. We are done with the SAP part. Let me go back to the next slides here. Yeah, it's the demo. It's done. I know it's many information in a short time. That's why I say if you are more interested to see more, please contact me, and we will organize a Teams demo with about 1.5 hours or 1 hour 15. This is better to have a little bit more, like an hour, to show you everything what the tool is able to do. Yeah, a small summary. Once again, the BIS is able to check everything what is the BIS doing in the inbound, outbound way. It's can everything we see from the message tracking. If you know the message tracking looks like, the B2B documents, for example, you can, yeah, you have a full control. You have a transparency about all your data. You can have a translator to check that the business department can see how the original looks like. You can actually everything do what the business department need. This is the benefit of this tool. It is not only running on S4HANA. You see your SAP at least system credential here. It is ECC 6.0. It's release 7.01 and 11.007. This is about 10 years ago. So 7.01, please be careful. 7.00 is also available, and then it would not work. If you have a BIS on premise, then you should have these components. They are also 10 years old, and in order to have, then you can use everything what I would show in a full presentation. So